It's semi-final Saturday in Singapore, and in a tournament where seeds have been tumbling out faster than a Victor Axelsen jump smash, there could well be even more shocks to come today. We'll have all 10 semis live from the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Big prize money on the line, but really, it's all about the honour and the glory. Welcome inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium. We're all set for a scintillating day of action, and we're very grateful to Brian Long, who's the chairman of the KFF Singapore Open Organising Committee, and he's bringing on the HSBC World Tour Finals trophy. These will be played for just before Christmas in Hangzhou, China. We will, of course, be covering that event live. Thanks very much indeed, Brian. Here's our starting lineup today with the women's doubles semi. First up, it's an all-Chinese affair. World #1 pair Chen and Jia against the young pretenders to their crown, Lu and Tan. Mixed to follow, Seo and Che have only won 3 of their 18 meetings with top seeds Zheng and Wang, but one of those was the last clash last month. Then back to women's doubles, the ultra-consistent Japanese pair, Matsuyama and Shida, against one of this week's giant killers, Indian youngsters, Jolly and Palella. The second mixed semi after that, and 2 pairs surely no one expected to get this far, but either Yang and Hu or Vestergaard and Bush will have the chance to lift the trophy tomorrow. Then it's our first singles semi-final, Pornpori Chochuwong hoping to build on her shot win over Caroline Marin yesterday against the Olympic champion, Chen Yufei. 5 more matches after that, and some huge names, the likes of An Se-young, Victor Axelsen, and Astrup and Rasmussen in the men's doubles. Stand by then. Literally lights camera action here inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the semi-finals of the KFF.
You always know it's serious and it's down to just one court. Here's the updated draw for the women's doubles. We'll see both of these semis in our first session today, but the top one is going to be fascinating, I reckon. Chen and Jia, #1 seeds, #1 pair in the world, up against, well, one of the stories of the last year or so, Lu and Tan, just 20 and 21 years of age respectively. Are they potentially the pretenders to the crown of Chen and Jia? The winners of our first semi-final in the women's doubles, well, they'll meet either Matsuyama and Shida or Jolly and Palella. That match is third on court #1 today. I can tell you that the court officials, as you can see, heading towards the court, so that means the players won't be far behind. We started off with 3 courts, now we're down to 1. And just a reminder, of course, all 5 finals tomorrow live from noon local time here in Singapore.
Representing the People's Republic of China, please join me in welcoming Chen and
The best women's doubles pair in the world, by common consent, are on their way in. Question is, how long will they hold on to that mantle? Because the pair they are playing here this afternoon have designs on that #1 spot themselves. No one had really heard of them. Go back 18 months. Everyone's heard of Lu and Tan now.
Also representing the People's Republic of China and ranked 3rd in the women's doubles category.
And what's even more intriguing is that in the 4 previous meetings, each pair has won 2. My name's Trevor Harris, delighted to have Steen Pedersen alongside. What a match for starters, Steen. Do you kind of concur with me? It's kind of China present versus China future, maybe.
Yeah, and the future might arrive earlier than we expect.
Well, it already has to a degree, I guess, hasn't it?
They are very, very good, Liu and Tan. And who knows, might be able to get the better of their compatriots.
I think the first time I saw them, I think, was in the Arctic Open last year. And they were just absolutely sensational.
Yeah.
There's the confirmation. It stands at 2 apiece on the head-to-head. The youngsters won the last meeting. That was in the Malaysia Open quarter-final back in January. It went to 3 games.
Liu receive. Jaifan service. This side.
Yeah, it's possibly the 2 best women's doubles in the world right now.
Yeah,
against each other.
Yeah, they're technically ranked 3, Liu and Tan, but I would agree. So let's look at the #1 seeds first of all, Chen and Jia. Well, you probably know as much about them as any pair in the world, I would guess. 18 World Tour titles they've won since 2019. Just missed out on the gold in Tokyo with the silver medal at the last Olympics. Hoping to put that right, obviously, in Paris in a couple of months' time. Both 26. They were actually born only 6 days apart, Chen and Jia. Almost like they were destined to play as a pair. And when they get to the showpiece match of a tournament, they generally win it. They won 6 of the 8 finals that they reached last year. This is their path through here. Got a walkover in the second round against Lambert and Tran of France. And then made short work of Matsumoto and Nagahara in the quarterfinals. Just 20 years old is Liu Sheng, already up to 3 in the world. They've won 7 events on the World Tour in the last 18 months, 5 of them last year, and they won their first Super 1000 tournament in January of this year in Malaysia. The thing is, when you're that young, Steen, I mean, obviously they've got respect for Chen and Jia. I'm sure they grew up watching them play, but you know, it's the impetuosity of youth, isn't it? There's no fear there.
Exactly, and practice against them day in, day out. And I guess in the early stages, you have that little awe, and because they are one of the all-time great women's doubles, Chen and Jia, no doubt about that. But then you figure out that you can actually compete.
Ready to play.
And then you want to take their place, basically.
Yeah, respect, but certainly no fear. Ryu Jong-hyun of Korea is in the umpire's chair for this one. Ivo Kassel of Switzerland's the service judge. And whoever wins this match probably would be installed as a pretty warm order to lift the trophy tomorrow afternoon.
One of the things that's you can't just buy, you can learn by listening to experienced coaches and players, but experience playing in these conditions here, that's what I feel perhaps is speaking for the world champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Liu Su and Tan Min, China. And on my left, Chen and Charlie from China. I come to serve to Liu Su, Lobo. Wait.
So here we go for a shuttle about to be hit in anger on semi-final day here in Singapore. Absolutely fascinating. match. That's a nice little touch early on. I think the experience of Chen and Gia, as Steen was saying, might be a factor. But as mentioned, they've already played in so many finals, the youngsters, that they're well used to this kind of atmosphere, this kind of venue.
Yeah, but the venue, this is their first time here in Singapore, and I know that it's not the opening of the tournament, but I've caught glimpses of the previous matches, and in those matches they weren't totally sharp on how to cope with the conditions here, with very drifty conditions in Singapore Indoor Stadium.
They might be fast learners.
Yeah.
We'll see. Tan getting the better of G at the net. That's going to be an interesting little subplot to this match.
Tan, former singles player, now reschooled to women's doubles with success. Very clever play by Chen.
That is over. 3-4.
Both pairs obviously very, very strong, both technically and physically, but where normally Jia Yifan, when she's on court, has the upper hand in terms of physicality, I actually don't think that's the case here. I think Liu Xiangshu is the stronger player of the four physically. Say that she's the most dangerous, because I still think that probably is Jia Yifan with her left hand power smash and good eye for the game also when she's at the net, in the front court, I should say. There's also a little at stake in terms of ranking, because as you mentioned, Chen and Jia clear #1, but Liu and Tan, they're at #3 in the world rankings, and they're a bit behind Baek Hana and Lee So-hee in the second spot. But with the results here in this tournament, where Baek and Lee lost in the second round, there is a slight chance that Liu and Tan could overtake that second place spot with a good result in this tournament and next week in Indonesia, and thus China would have both the top seeds for the Olympics.
Yep, and therefore couldn't meet until the final if it happened, if they get that far. Could potentially be watching a preview of that Olympic final, though as Steve says, unlikely. That's a fabulous shot. Okay, that's the second time she's done that.
She's gotten off to a good start, Chen. Now we probably should mention the drift there's a quite severe drift alongside the court, going from the pair in red, Chen and Jia, towards Liu and Tan. And there's a sideways drift, right to left. Beautiful smash. And it means that Chen and Jia, they're getting a little bit of help in their attack here. So we might see Liu and Tan eventually try and prevent the pair in red from attacking too much. That's more difficult. Oh, she controlled it well.
Challenges for N.
Well, first challenge of the day. Each pair has 2 per game. If they're correct, they'll keep it. So Liu and Tan just wanting Hawkeye to confirm that this did hit the line.
Could it be long, perhaps?
That's good. Eagle-eyed, these are line judges, aren't they?
Yeah.
Successful. Long challenge remaining. 8-6. Play.
Clever play again by Chen. Good support moving forward, covering the mid-court area there. Started really well. Chen.
Well, that's a very, very good start for the top seeds. 11-6 at the mid-game interval. And from 6-5 behind, and on the last 6 points. No coaching, obviously, because the 2 pairs from the same country. So they've got to work it out themselves. And that might be more difficult, you would imagine, for the less experienced Liu and Tan.
Yeah, that was also my first impression. But on the other hand, they've played 4 matches and it's 2-all there, and there's been no coaching in those matches either. So, but the thing is that these conditions here are a little bit more tricky. We've seen here in the opening of the match that Chen and Jia, they've really pushed forward, especially from the mid-court area, trying to take the shuttle high. And then playing with the drift, that gives them a little bit extra bite. And it's very easy for the ones on the opposite side to fall a little bit behind in the flat game.
Rare miss from Chen. So a couple of errors from the top seeds just after the interval.
that opportunity in practice to play rallies like this. That obviously sharpens your game.
Well, you can't play that shot any better than that. I mean, that was hands of a surgeon playing that. Deftest of touches. That. You can say it was a little fortunate, but you know, you're almost trying to get that little touch off the top of the tape from that range.
Defense from Du. That's great work by Jia Yifan. The two drop shots earned her a weaker lift from Liu to the midcourt area, and she did well to get under it and continue the attack.
By far the more proactive, aren't they, at the moment, the top seeds?
And when you can get on the attack and control your shots, by that I mean not playing them long over the back line, then the pair on this near side here, they have a little advantage in terms of reaction time. It's normal that the ones on the far side feels a little bit stressed in the flat game because of the drift, and it's hard to get it over the players on the near side here, so they can push forward. Played.
They always seem to have an answer at the moment.
16-9.
Yeah, she fell into the trap, Liu Xiangshu. That's not an attacking opportunity, and she was countered immediately.
Just sense at the moment, the longer the rally goes on, the more likely Chen and Jia are to win it.
As long as they play this near side, I think I'm a little bit cautious about trying to read the full match out of this first game, because we've seen throughout the week that when the players change ends, the complexity, the dynamics change in the match.
Never going to miss from that range. Yeah, it will be interesting.
Yeah, to see whether they've got something in the bag, Liu and Tan, when they change ends. I mean, they can still. This game is not lost yet, but so far it's been with Chen and Jia in the driver's seat.
Service over. 17-10.
And one of the things that I'm curious to see when they change ends, but I would also like to see it earlier if they could, Liu and Tan, is to see how is their play on the front court, because I rate Chen and Jia to be a little bit better in terms of game reading on the front court. Chen, former mixed doubles star as well. Good rotation. Oh, a bit lucky.
Well, it was a slightly delayed challenge.
Yeah.
But the umpires allowed it. So Hawkeye is just going to double check that this did land in. No problem.
Challenge unsuccessful, no challenges remaining. 18, 10, play.
Save by Liu.
Over 11, 18.
There was the tumble serve. Both Liu and Chen can serve the tumble serve.
12, 18. Play on. Play.
There's not as much pressure on the low serve in women's doubles as we see it in men's doubles, but I feel that for men's doubles players, it's more and more becoming sort of mandatory if you want to compete.
Yeah.
That you need to be able to serve the tumble serve, not necessarily in all situations, but especially here.
Well, the little trick shot nearly
19, 12.
got Liu and Chen out of trouble. However, just a couple of points away now, Chen and Jia, from securing this opening game.
Without conceding again.
So 8 game points for the top seeds. Well, it was a really impressive first game, wasn't it? From Chen Ji fan, 18 minutes on court. And 21-12 is probably a bigger margin than most expected against Liu and Tan. However, you'd probably say they're good value for it.
double play.
So Chen and Gia with 1 foot in tomorrow's final. Of course, they're defending the title they won here a year ago.
That is over. 1 love.
It'll be interested to see Tan and Liu can get on the attack. I think that's the approach they need to take. And they could possibly see if they can control the lift and play defensive. I don't think they will do it. I think if they play defensive, that's because they're forced to do it. Control on the lift there. Liu and Chen.
Good leave. Had a long time to think about it.
Yeah, and the case is when you play the side where you play up against the drift, you're going to have to leave it on the backcourt. Even some that you don't want to leave sort of normal-wise, you feel that it's going to stay in, but they just aren't here, and you got to work against your instincts. And the better thing to do is to do it early in the games when there's not so much at stake. Much harder to get the guts, to find the guts to do it later on. Excellent technical skills, Liu Xiangshu.
Well, just the start they wanted to get back into this match.
Exactly. And I think it's important for Chen and Jia to start scoring. If they fall too far behind here, I mean, to win this second game for Chen and Jia, the pair in red, they need to work really, really hard. And if they fall too far behind, then it could be difficult to believe in it. Much better service return this time from Chen. A little bit, I don't know if you can say off balance, but a little bit tricked by the deception, Liu, because it was a short reply from Chen and Jia. Gave it way too much.
So they've won the last 3 points just to narrow the gap to a solitary point now. Top seeds after a semi-sluggish start in the second game.
Again, great placement by Chen. Yeah, they're right back in it now. Good placement, and one of the things where Liu and Tan are a little bit vulnerable is if they need to move before being made to hit, and especially Liu Xiangshu. Here, nothing wrong with that, but if Chen and Jia could get that back cross, then opportunities would occur.
Wasn't actually that much space between Liu and Tan, but she found it unerringly.
It's a missile. Said it before, happily doing it again. I feel that she's the best server in women's doubles. The flick serve is super disguised. It looks exactly like a low serve. Excellent block from Chen. It's, as we saw, the option of lifting is really, really difficult. So the better choice is to play the front court, mid-court area. But with the experience they have, Chen and Jia, they know to close it down. And immediately a little bit of discussion between Chen and Jia, because what was the plan there? Chen could not move over and cover her forehand that much. That would leave the other side totally exposed.
So 3 straight points for Liu and Tan.
Beautiful first attack from Liu. Forced the a little bit short reply from Chen. There it is again. It's not a full power smash. Super efficient.
So there are a couple of points in front. In a game they have to win, obviously, Liu and Tan, to stay in this semi-final.
续说，一直说我们两个是强的，全落的应该追求，就没有说主动控制，找那种感觉，调整过来就好。
20 seconds.
Quite a bit of strapping on the left thigh of Jia Yifan there.
9, play.
So Tan to get us restarted after the interval.
Excellent play by Chen.
Yeah, it was a non-stop assault, wasn't it? It was all Chen and Jia could do to stay in the point for as long as they did. That wasn't coming back though. So 5 from 9-7 down, 5 points on the spin for Liu and Tan. Have put a different complexion on this second game now.
To stay in balance. They've a couple of times when they've had an opportunity, they've gone for full attack, but it's really hard to kill it from the far side of the court, and you risk being counter-attacked. So I much prefer this approach where they try and control the rallies and make it difficult for Liu and Tan, especially with the lift, and then pick up on those loose opportunities that we saw there. And I feel that they read the opportunities a little bit better than their opponents. Still, these two in the picture.
Well, immediate challenge from Chen. She
She
looked at Jia, didn't, I think, get too much of a reaction, but she decided to go on her own volition anyway. Pulled out. Out by a big margin.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 13, 11, play.
Jump serve.
14, 11.
See the frustration.
12, 14.
Let's look at the reaction here. Yeah, there we are.
But you can see that she had to deliberately try and get it away from Jia Yifan's forehand. The natural shot would have been towards the right side of the court from our perspective, but there's the forehand of Jia Yifan. You don't want to mess with that. There's a chance. Brilliant play again.
13, 14.
hit by Chen.
There haven't actually been that many unforced errors from either pair in this match. It's most of the points won have been excellent play.
Yeah.
But that was an exception.
Yeah, we've seen a bit more of them in the early stages of the tournament here before the players got acquainted to the drift. There was one yesterday, Total Air Shot won the match. I can't recall which one it was.
15-14.
Chen seems to be struggling at the moment.
Service over. 15-all.
Well, we're getting to the stage in the second game now where nerve plays as much a part as technique and talent. Every point critical, especially for Liu and Tan trying to stay in this semi-final. Placed it to perfection.
17-16.
On the move, wasn't she? Even before Tan played the shot, she kind of had an instinct where that was going. Very that as well.
18-15.
He needed that one, Chen.
16-18. Play.
Little loose that.
Service over. 19-16.
They've been brilliant so far, Chen and Jia. What were they behind? 5-0 in the opening of this second game?
5-1, I think it
5-1,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
So 18-11 since then.
And it's now earned them 4 match
20
points.
match point, 16.
Just stayed in.
Well, they were challenging, obviously, because they have to. But I'm not sure they're going to have any joy.
我的 sorry。
Masters. It was long.
Pressure out. Service over. 17-20. Play.
That'll do though, 21-17. And the past masters show the youngsters they are still the #1 pair in women's doubles. Excellent performance from Chen and Jia. Very few errors, and they just had a bit too much nous, a bit too much savvy for Liu and Tan this afternoon. Job completed in just 42 minutes on court. And we will see them in tomorrow's final in defence of their trophy. 21-12, 21-17, Chen and Jia win. 42 minutes, the official match time.
A very big congratulations.
When we come
to
back,
our
we're going to switch it up for the
players
mixed doubles.
moving
The
on
#1
to
seeds,
the finals,
Chen and Wang,
representing
up
the People's
against
Republic
Xiao
of
and Che
China,
from Korea.
Chen
It's the
Chen
19th
and
meeting between the pairs. Chen and Wang have won 15 of them. In a moment. Well, welcome back to the Singapore Indoor Stadium. And we're going to move on now from one #1 pair to another. This time it's the mixed doubles. Zheng Shiwei and Wang Yachong of China up against the Korean pair of Seo Seung-jae and Che Yu-jung, who are the 4th seeds. So you can